Hello and welcome to another TSN guide. In this guide I'm going to go through how to download and install the TSN Mod. TSN Mod is a mod that we've created which adds on to the actual Artemis game. So all the base stuff from the Artemis game is there, and then there's a few tweaks to things like weapons, strength and shield strength. There's also a lot of additional ships and some new factions. The TSN RP mod is essential if you want to run the TSN sandbox, or if you just want some extra things in there, you can use the TSN RP mod as well. First off, I've navigated to the TSN RP community website. This is our own website where we host our mod, where we host our stellar cartography, and we have our own forums and things. You can see at the top navigation menu I need to go to the tab that says TSN expansion, and that will take me to where the actual mod files are. This first one here, the console software upgrade link, this is the actual mod itself. I'd recommend always getting the full upgrade file. The full upgrade file is quite a large file, but if you end up missing an update and you only get the patch file, then it can cause issues with several different computers connecting with the mod. So I recommend, if you're installing this definitely for the first time, but if you're also installing it after several months when we've already upgraded the mod, you should go for the full upgrade. The link at the bottom here is just the TSN sandbox itself for you to download. You don't need that. I do have another video about the TSN sandbox and how to install that. The patch only file as well is if you've not actually missed an update, you can just get the patch only file, so it's a little bit smaller. I'm going to go ahead and download the full upgrade file, and that will download straight into my downloads folder. It's called modmaster.zip. It comes straight from GitHub, and it'll have everything that you need. Okay, I now have my download completed, so I've got this zip folder. This is my mod master file. I need to then go and find my Artemis install. So I have Artemis 2.74 here, and this is my base Artemis install. Okay, you can see I've opened up the file here. If I run Artemis now without the mod, and I open it up, let's select a good resolution, it will just run the normal screen and you won't be able to see any of the mod on there. It'll just be vanilla Artemis. So there we go, it's version 2.74 and full version. Okay, I'm going to extract this mod first, and I'm going to just extract it to my desktop. So there, the extraction's finished. I can delete this zip file now, I don't need it anymore. I've got the full mod file, and then if I open this, it'll open the folder, and I can go into mod master, and you'll see I've got all these different files here. Now all I need to do is copy these from the mod master folder straight into my Artemis 2.74. So I'm going to click and drag, and I'm going to drag them across. All I need to do is replace the files that it asked me to replace, and it's done. Right, if we just take a look at some of the extra files that have been added in here. So there's an Artemis mod and an Artemis original INI. We didn't actually delete the original INI, we've kept it. There's a readme expansion in there as well. And then in the DAT folder, if you go in here, there's a new TSN folder, and this is where we've added all the extra things that we've created. So for example, there's models for gates in there, there's models for Caltrons in there, and they're just organized within this folder itself. So there's lots of USFP things that we've added in here. There's the new alien races as well, so like the Hjordan. You can see we've got all the textures for the Hjordan and the DSX files. Okay, in addition to that, in the folder there will be one or two textures that have been replaced, just with some different icons. So there was one that have been replaced for the Game Master icon. There's also a couple of different other UI elements that will have been replaced as well. Down the bottom here there are two Windows batch files. You feel free to have a look at what's in those. You can run this disable and this enable batch file. By running the disable, it runs a quick batch file which you can run, and what it does is it swaps over, it basically copies from the original into the Artemis INI to disable the mod, and you can run the Z enable and it will do the same again, but this time it will enable the mod. There's a UI disable and a UI enable, which will replace the UI systems as well for you. So if you don't want the UI that we've got and you want you to use your own UI or the original UI, you can run UI disable, and all it will do is replace the files to the link to the UI. The mod is automatically active once you've installed it. So if I run Artemis now, it should show me the mod as long as it's installed properly. Here we go. So now that you've got the mod installed properly, it shows the Second Space Fleet logo, it shows the mod and the version number. This one is 2.012. It still shows the version of Artemis there, and it shows an extra bit of our logo. So that's the mod successfully installed. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button and look out for more video guides.